Hi, I'm Elia, and welcome in this first video in like 3 months. I'm sorry about that. Maybe 3.5 by the time I edit and post this video. So as you may know, I'm a student teacher, and part of the job is of course teaching the course, but it's also planning. And this semester I'm teaching several courses and in several languages, just French and English, nothing extravagant. The course and the classes. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to take you along with me as I plan. First, I need coffee for this. For my French class, I'm teaching a course on news, like what's going on in the world. So we're going to pick one article to study in the second session of the semester, and then we're going to develop activities around it. We'll see what I can do with this one. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do yet. I have work to do, so let's go. Cheers. For the French course on news and press, the goal is to go through the several formats: the newspaper, the radio, the news on TV, podcasts, etc. And we're going to start with what I judge is the easier option. So we're going to start with printed press, reading an article from a newspaper. We'll move on to more difficult format like the TV news, and then finally the podcast and the radio, because when you don't have any visual clues, it can be much harder to understand. My hair is really electric today, I don't know why. For the printed press part, I'm going to pick something extremely recent. It's the Artemis launch and its travel around the moon and back. I'm not sure I can exploit it for more than 2 sessions, but we're going to try to create one at least, focus on vocabulary. One class is 90 minutes, so that should take half a class, and then we have another 1.5 to prep, so we will see. Yesterday I selected the article, and I had just started, so that already took me 1.5 hours to decide on the topics that I would cover. Selected a few words related to space and space exploration that the students might not know, and I'm going to create a crossword puzzle for them. So they will basically read the article, and then we're going to move on to the crosswords puzzle directly. So I will not elicit the vocab before. They will do it individually or in pairs, because the crossword puzzles are going to be on the course platform. We have a platform for this, and then we will do it all together, and we'll put stuff in common. So basically they'll have the definitions for each word, and then it's only words that they can find in the article, so it should be hopefully doable. The crossword activity is finished. I already put it in the course, platform, but it's hidden for the moment, so I just have to activate it a few minutes before the class, and that should be there. And I'm going to do the comprehension question, so it's probably going to be a true or false, something like that, and then I have to think about what to do next. Ta-da! It has nothing to do with teaching or languages, but it's now sunny in Germany, and I cannot tell you how good it feels. Like, we had some sun a few weeks ago, but it was still freezing. Like, it was still under 10 degrees, which actually makes sense because, you know, it's spring. It's not supposed to be boiling in spring. But yeah, we've actually gotten some sun for the past 2 days, and it's also warm-ish. Like, you could go out without jackets, that's fine. Pretty happy about that. And this is what we currently have. So this is watercress. I should repot them soon, and then the rest is just like thyme, marjoram, basil, just herbs. Also, in class we do a lot of group work and work in pairs. And something like 2 years ago, I think, I made those cards for like some kind of a pairing system, because if I just ask the students, okay, we're going to work in pairs, pick a partner, they always pick the same person. And so to mix and match without being like, oh, you go with you, or you go with that person, etc. I made those, like, I'm trying to find the pairs. There's a small cards. I found them on Canva. I'm not sure if it was planets, but I made it planets. But it's not my idea. I found it on Canva. It was a free template. And basically I'm gonna distribute those cards. I have several with all of the planets, etc. to the students. And then to find their partner, they have to find the puzzle piece that's missing. I actually only used it once in 2 years because, I don't know, I always forget to bring it, or the number of participants is too low and it doesn't make sense to mix and match them. And I thought, because this session is about space exploration, that could be fun to give them those like planets thingy. So yeah, I'm excited to use them. Hopefully I will not forget them, because that happens really often, although I'm quite organized. And here they are. They're very small, as you can see, and it's always the same pattern, so you could basically fit them with any, but because of the color and the planets, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you have to find the right planet. I'm currently planning the activation activities, so after doing a warm-up about the hidden side of the moon, and we're going to read the text, do some global or overall comprehension, then detailed understanding of the text with true or false. Then we're going to do work on neutral language and emotional language in the news using this article. And then finally, that should be enough for the first session for 90 minutes. We're gonna do a flash info, breaking news kind of thing. I can totally picture them. Sometimes I have those images in my head of the class, and then I prep my activities according to those IDs or those images. So I will, because we have a projector in the room, I can put my slides up, and there's also sound, so they will hear it. And in my mind, I am going to play the intro song, or one intro song, something similar. I might generate it with AI, to be fair, of a news in France, because it's French course, so I don't know if I can reuse the actual intro because of copyright reasons, but I might generate a similar one with AI. I would play it, might even use the images, and then the participants will be up at the front of the class on their table with like fake. I will bring cups just for the show, put them on the table, give them those, like, you know, those small cards as if they were reading, and then they'll have to give the breaking news that the mission was successful. You know, this is how I picture it. Like, the camera angle is not the best here, but they could, you know, be at the front desk, like the teacher's desk. Maybe I can move it over so they're actually facing the audience. They'd have their cup here, that have their, you know, those notes that sometimes journalists or hosts have with them, those like clue cards. I don't know, the music will play, don't ask me what that was, and then they would go, you know, presenting, oh, live from, I don't know, let's say Paris, oh, live from Paris, and then they'd go, yeah, blah blah blah, this is what happened. I can't really do it here because if they ever see this video, then I don't want them to pick up on what I said and then copy it, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will watch this. We'll see how that goes. I hope they will like it. They will probably hate it because it's only the second session, and then I will make them go up in front of the class and then talk, so I don't know. We will see. First class done, yay! That took me an hour and a half though. I was not really productive. I was not really focused, to be fair. I kept getting up, kept getting coffee. I'm almost done here. And I also struggled a bit with the platform because I tried to upload an activity, hide it, and then I couldn't find my activity anymore, so that took me way longer than I expected, as per usual, to be fair. But yeah, one down.